Hello everybody, this is Boboso, and I am here playing Hellblade for you guys today. I went looking yesterday to try and find a decent story-driven game, and this ended up popping up as supposedly one of the better ones. I have very, very little idea as to what it's about. Supposedly, this lady here on the screen is a ninja, and we get to play as her. So I'm quite curious as to... Oh! I didn't do my morning stretches. I'm quite curious as to how this is uh, going down. Yeah. But I've been wanting to do like a story-driven game instead of, the random chaos that is Fortnite and but I really haven't had anything to do other than Dead Space, and that, I'll be honest, that terrifies me. I don't know if I can do that. My poor little heart can't handle it. It's scary. I am not a brave boy. But I'm hoping that this one will be a little bit better. I might skip through the tutorial. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how mind blank. It depends on how like tedious it is versus story driven. Like we'll see.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. Why? He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. They can feel her coming. She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already doing it. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, and they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
You see that? I can see it.
Alright, so this is kind of nuts.
And you will see
Oh.
them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But
Okay.
the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them?
This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
I didn't see the subtitles at top.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
So, right off the bat, there's some pluses to this game. It said earlier, like when I was booting it up, be warned, this is a portrayal of psychosis. Which I didn't know what that
What is
meant.
she looking at?
Huh?
What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
What?
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Okay, so some pluses to this game. Like I said earlier, it had said something about psychosis, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'm interested because I often enjoy, it sounds mean to say, but I often enjoy games depicting psychotic breakdowns because usually they do such a good job with it. Like, one of my favorite was Among the Sleep, and you're playing as a little kid, and I feel like it's been out long enough that I can throw in some spoilers there. You're playing as a little kid looking at the world differently than it's actually portrayed. You're seeing it through the eyes of the kid, and one of the monsters is an alcoholic. It's one of your alcoholic parents. But you don't find that out until the end because all you see is just this crazy-haired monster chasing you. And then another one is a guy in a black coat that you're always trying to hide from. So it's something else in a game, and it kind of shows like the psychotic struggle of this kid. He's trying to get away, but this game has done really good so far. I'm guessing those voices were the psychosis that uh, the beginning was warning me about. And it's really cool how, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have headphones on, so like the voices are going off all around me. And then it turns out we're an extra voice, and none of those voices in her head are her personal inner monologue, which is really cool. So I'm already excited to get into this game and figure out what it's about. And I'm really curious what the head is about that's breathing. One thing that confused me though is it said it was like a ninja experience. When I purchased it, I was like, what? That sounds awesome actually. And then we get here and some of the voices talked about Helheim. Helheim is Nordic. Like I only really know that because and that's Nordic. What?
Focus. Look closer. Look. Use your eyes. Why isn't she looking closer? She needs to look closer. Focus.
That's very Nordic. I just got, well, one, I would recognize that as Nordic because it looks like the pattern of the actual stone itself. I don't have a mouse to point, but, and two, I just got done, unfortunately I had to watch the brand new God of War, but I just got done with that, and that symbol is there. That's a different side of the world. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm looking at it. What do you want me to do? What? E. Click?
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
That's,
Do not forget my stories, Senua.
okay. So that's just
Because
gonna
your
repeat.
darkness
I
comes
saw
from
that
hell,
only the S
and
was
your
lit up,
fate
and I was like,
lies there.
is there something else to this?
They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods
Sorry,
and the living
guys.
will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Oh, that's disappointing. So, I was hoping this was more of an action-adventure game. This seems to be more of a scary game.
They're coming. You can't take now. They're coming.
Go up. here? I can't. Oh my goodness. Hold up, this is getting loud, and I am not sure how well you'll be able to hear me, so I'm gonna bring it down to there, and we'll see how that works. Now, normally I would just leave it up, but I want...
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves in a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
That's kind of crazy. See, I like for a moment how the whole world darkened.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
I hear you. He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Yeah, they're talking about Helheim and Niflheim. Niflheim is the world of darkness and mist in Norse mythology. Helheim is
What does she do?
freezing cold.
Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. His soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace.
So I wonder why the guy's in Helheim.
He's already dead. She can
Of course,
save
there
him.
could be many ways.
She's going to save him.
You don't...
She'll never make
You
it.
won't... You go to
Helheim.
Helheim.
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
I'm seeing some stuff going on over here, but let's take a look around for a second, because I'm curious. So it won't let me swim. I'm just trying to like discern what the rules of the game are and do a little exploring. Oh, there's another stone. I don't see much else going on, but let's go read this stone, and only once this time. I see.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
See, it's crazy because in God of War, Helheim is ice and darkness.
What's up there?
Oh, okay. So how then? Q space control. Walk into it. Run. Click. Okay. Okay, found it.
That's the way.
So, what I was just trying to figure out there is what my buttons were, because it's not telling me anything about my buttons. Apparently, F is do things, and E is just look. Which is weird, because in most games, E is do things. And you use your scroll wheel to look, or you use X to look, Z to look.
You don't know where you're going.
You're right, I don't. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Okay.
You know where you are? Where are we? Just drop down. What's down there? Where are you?
So I gotta press F again? Okay.
Why did she do that?
That's
She shouldn't
annoying.
have done it.
She can't go back now. No, this is it. The hidden path.
This voices thing is really cool. And I kinda like the... Oh my. Oh my. Well, that's not dark and foreboding at all.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory. Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. Liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
So is that a past memory?
You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
To take a closer
Hold
look
it
to
in
see.
your mind's eye.
She
Find
needs to
one like
focus
it to
now.
open the
She
gate.
needs to use her eyes. He's not
Confused. So, like this? No? Oh.
It's near. Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
Oh, now it's all blue. Okay.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. It worked.
Huh. Okay, so that's kind of a
I
crazy...
spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Wow. That is a scary thing to do. Because wet wood is very slippery. So this game hasn't got like the best graphics in the world. Like as far as the environment. I mean, I still feel that she, the main character, has a lot of things done to her, which is very nice. Like they spent a lot of time paying attention to her detail, but the environment she's in is clearly fake. It's almost like if you were to take a picture, it'd almost look like someone standing in front of a green screen.
You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Oh, we got another M.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Huh. That's actually weird that they said that specific line. If you guys haven't watched or if you guys haven't played or seen God of War, I recommend you go do it. This is a wonderful story, and it gets closer to the end and it starts throwing you for loop after loop after loop. Alright, looks like I'm about to fight, according to the little achievement.
Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that walks over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
So now I get to... Oh, there's another rock. So I wonder how long this game really is if those rocks are all popping up and they seem like story elements.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Okay, so this is like insanity and then some. I don't know my buttons.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
So I don't even know if I have a block button. Because it seems like that's light attack and this is heavy attack.
She will die. You will die. She knows what to do.
What? I do not know what to do. There was no tutorial. I may have died. Yeah, looks like I died. It's actually stunning, though.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Okay, then.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. All right, so can you teach me how to play the game?
That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. whatever the cost.
Alrighty then.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Okie doke.
It won't open.
Alright, so next little symbol.
She has to fight two gods first.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
No, I was not. This game is going to be really hard if it continues to not teach me anything.
Fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Oh no.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
I see a secret path. Can I go up there? No, I cannot go up there. Oh, there's another one of them stones. Am I still on track? Hold up.
The Northmen tell this story.
Holy crap.
Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
So apparently if you get too far away from the rock, it starts speaking softer. I didn't know it was the rock that was speaking. I thought it was a voice in my head, but... Okay. Kind of upset that it skipped that big chunk though. Everything's starting to get darker again. Okay, why is this up here? Hmm. I'm actually going to take a second and look at my controls, because I have no idea what they are. That's it? Alright. Evade, block is left control. Okay. So, this is a very simple to play game. I can do this. Alright. So apparently it's a very simple game to play. So, in combat, my clicks are light and heavy attack like a... Oh! Yep. So my clicks are
You won!
and apparently evading doesn't work nearly as well as I thought it did.
They've surrounded you. She's not strong enough. He's gone!
Ooh, that was pretty.
End it! End it! Now! It's nearly the end.
Huh. That was a lot easier that time once I had a block button. Alright, so it looks like I gotta find 2 symbols.
Sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind.
And then,
You hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Focus.
I was looking at the right thing, I don't see the end. Oh, and now I find the end. Okay. Okay, so that was a little different.
Is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
This game is crazy. And I love it.
lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
This is a really cool landscape, I have to admit that. It is very, very cool. It's like insane, actually. Insanely cool. But it's kind of upsetting that it seems to be... Like, I kind of wish it was more action-y. I'm sure it will get... Ouch! Oh. I'm sure it will get more action-y later. But we'll see. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm going with... Oh!
She's so weak. I can see you're weak. You can do it. You're close.
Come on, come on.
You finished it. Don't let them get behind you. Don't let them surround you. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you.
Alright. So that's kind of really cool. I like how the voices just alert you to what's going on.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
So I gotta burn it? By sacrificing something? Okay. The sacrifice. Okay. Did I do it? I gotta do it from a different angle? Oh. Hello.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Hmm. So are we still in hell?
What's happening? Has the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. It was everywhere. Maybe it was an illusion. The pyre. Surt is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth.
Said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
And there's a story stone.
Your own way.
You just have to find it.
Is waiting for you.
It was never
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One.
Oh, of
because
course
he
it
is
does.
like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword. And at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Well, I believe that's called Ragnarok. At least, that's the famous story that everyone keeps saying. When Asgard is destroyed, it's through fire, and it's from a fire beast, and it's called Ragnarok.
It's too
And
far.
that's not just from the movies, it's actual
She needs to remember the
lore.
way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate.
Oh, I'm supposed to remember the way back?
She needs to remember.
Uh-oh.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
So I can already tell what's going to be on fire. Let's see, because it's all smoldering a little bit. No? Alright, so I guess I'm coming back through that way, and I'm going up through this way. I know earlier... Oh, hey. Another story stone. I know earlier the game said don't let the guys behind you, and I ended up letting the guys behind me. That was because I really couldn't help it. There isn't much control I have once the fighting starts. Other than like slow stepping, which was not gonna work, and then there was basically it's easier for me to just stand there in the center and deal with what's coming on. Let's get this part of the story.
Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday.
They call it Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
See, that's crazy, because now we all know Ragnarok. Ragnarok is something that's like real big in Norse mythology, as well as Odin and Thor. Everybody knows about Odin, everybody knows about Thor, everybody knows about Ragnarok. They're kind of a big deal. Oh, that's the way. But I haven't heard too many times that Odin hoards knowledge to try and postpone Ragnarok, which makes sense, but I'm guessing that that's an actual thing because as of this moment, I have now heard it from multiple sources. So I'm thinking that's a thing. Like, apparently that's a part of the myth. That's a part of mythology. Because unless, of course, everybody started stealing from one source, but
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
okay. I'm where I'm supposed to be. See, the crazy part about this game is it feels short. Like, I don't know how long I've been playing for. I'm gonna go check over here real quick. See if there's anything of importance. Which does not look like there is. Alright. Oh, there. Light everything on fire real quick. This way. That. So yeah. Yep. What?
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Okay then. See, that part seems like it's an actor. Like someone actually acted that out and they superimposed him into the game. Which is cool. It's cool. It's something. We're gonna fight again? This looks like a fighty place. All that's gonna be on fire. And we've got another door. See, I'm kind of afraid of an enemy jumping out at me. 'Cause I'm like that. I'm kind of a little chicken when it comes to this stuff. Scary things scare me. I don't like it. This is a really cool environment though. I really enjoy this environment. Okay. I don't see why I'm here. Oh, I see why I'm here.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Oh, okay. Feels like I should be fighting people. Although, I kind of felt the same way about the forest area, where I found the other one.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
There it is. Alright. Now I gotta find the R. Alright. I'm near the R. So this is something I'm not sure if I like about the game or if I don't like. I mean, I guess right now I like it because I am having a little bit of trouble here in seeing the R. But at the same time, oh, there's another stone. Wait, did I already get that stone? I feel like I already got that stone. Oh, that is an effect. Alright. Moving away from it. Somewhere. Oh. No, that's not it. Alright, I'm not seeing it. Alright, so that's at the perfect angle. Too far. Alright, I'm having a lot of trouble with this. I don't get it. Oh, really? Is this why? Am I? Oh! Oh, really? Alright. Wow. I can't believe they made that just a stupid scorch mark on the ground. Oh. Nope, gotta run, gotta run. I kind of like how all the voices in my head start going wild. Ouch! I guess that house fell. Nope. What? I can fail that? Hold up, what? I had no idea there was a balancing aspect in the game. Alright, so... Game, you should, I feel like there were some warnings that I should have been given as far as the game goes. I have no idea how to balance in this game. See, I have to go through here. So that's where everything else is. I have to go up here. Now I have to balance. There's a balancing aspect to the game. Wow! Alright, well, this game is just full of surprises. Oh! Oh, that's not the block button. Okay. Alright. Let's go.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world
No. I see nothing now.
Alright, so I am curious, since that little house did not burn down. Alright. Okay. That's cool and all. Alright. Well, I guess moving on. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this game here for right now and the episode. This has been Babado Boso, and we are playing, and let me try that again. This has been Hellblade? Is that the name of the game? Hold up. So this has been Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice with Babado Boso. Yeah. Interesting game thus far. Kind of crazy. The voices always add something to it. The environment is... It certainly creates an environment. May not be the prettiest environment, but it is actually really, really well done. And even though this is very directional, you have a goal and that's where you're going and that's it, nothing else. It's a very nice game to play. The controls are a little wonky. I am upset that there was no tutorial at all. I was hoping for at least a little something. I had no idea there was a balancing aspect. All those other times that I was quote-unquote balancing, I was just running right through. So, that is an issue I have with this game. It went from creepy to just downright mission impossible in 0 to 60. Like you saw that one symbol I found super easily, and then the next symbol I had to find for the very same door, I spent forever on that. So I thought, hey, there was an upstairs. Why was there an upstairs? Because there was no real reason for the upstairs. Stepped up there and all of a sudden, you're here. It's here. Oh. Okay, cool. Thanks. Anyways, I do also like the decay effect. Like as you fail, it gets farther up your arm, and if you fail enough times that it goes all the way up your arm, that's it. Game over. Start again. So that's kind of cool, and I'm hoping I don't have to see what happens if you just completely lose, but at the same time I'm curious. I'm curious how that goes. So maybe we'll get to see it. Maybe I'll finish the game and then we'll go back and test it out. I'm not sure. Anyways, this has been Hellblade. This is Babado Boso signing off from our first real Let's Play.